Welcome back to the part 2 of episode 7 of the 5-Star Coach, where you'll live a 5-star life if you just take the advice. I am Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy, here with the remaining one of the 5-star tips, the 3 bonus tips. So let's get right into it. We ain't gotta waste no time. But wait, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share content. Follow the TikTok, follow my TikTok. It'll be in the description. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now, 5-star tip number 5. Start wanting, knowing, and being better. I say this to myself because, and I said this before in the video, but I'm going to definitely express this over and over again because I feel like it's very important. If you want something, you have to be in alignment to actually get it and hold on to it. And our desires are mostly things that we truly want to hold on to and want to have for a lifetime or for just a long time. However, when you want something and you know how to get it, it's different just doing something that's out of alignment and doing something that's in alignment. So I always say, you want better, you know better, be better to do better. Because when you are being something, when you are in alignment with that energy of doing whatever it is, it's going to be nothing. But when you are just doing things that are out of alignment for you and you trying your best to become this person, it's going to take more than just motivation. You're going to have to really dedicate yourself to that. And a lot of times, if this is not something you naturally are, if this is not the person you are, you're going to be over it after a while. It's just going to be like, all right, let me get the fuck warm, child. So like your desires are yours the moment you yearn for them. And when you yearn for them, in that moment of being that person who is yearning for that, the desire is ready for you. It's just about what steps you're going to take to go get it. And if you really want to go get it, you're going to go get it. You ain't going to wait no time. You ain't going to waste no time. You ain't going to have nothing stopping you, getting in your way, because this is not who you are. This is who you are. When you are being the person who does the things that you want to do, it's not going to be nothing to go get your desires. It's not going to be nothing. And it also helps with your focus, because when you are that person and you embody the energy of that person, you embody the essence of that person, the focus is going to be natural because that's what you want. That's where you always was meant to go. And you're going to see it clear as day and you're going to go get it, because it's not going to be nothing. It's going to be, oh, this is what I do. This is what is in alignment for me. This is my shit right here. So let me go get my shit, you know? Also, I want to throw this out there. Being delusional works, but you really got to be persistent and patient. Be delusional to dream big. Be delusional to really embody that energy right here, right now. Because when I say manifest the life you want, now I'm not saying, oh, I want $1 million and then you just hoping that $1 million come. Like, no, you want $1 million? Okay, well, align with the energy of a millionaire. Whatever that is to you. Let's not look outside of ourselves. Let's look inside. Look what you want. Look at what you want, how you want it. And then align with that energy. If that's somebody who saves, if that's somebody who cuts back on partying, if that's somebody who does whatever X, Y, and Z it is, do that. Become that. Be it. And then be persistent with that, with those actions, with the alignment, and be patient with the manifestations and the desires coming in. Because sometimes great things, not even sometimes, all the time, great things take time. Every time, great things take time. So be patient. Allow it to come to you. Allow it to come. But also know that this shit is going to take some time. And you're going to have to do your part as well. The universe, God, whoever you believe in, is not going to be able to do it all on their own. They're going to need you to do your work. And they're going to meet you right there where you at. They just waiting for you to bust a move. That's all it is. So that's how I feel about the delusional part. But to go back to the 5-star tip, start wanting, knowing, and being better. And then everything you do will just be in alignment of what you want. Easily. Now, bonus tip number 1, develop an alter ego. I say this because a lot of times building that character with love and support will help you face all of the BS that you grew up with and heard, and you could just live through that entity, that energy, like a IMVU type avatar, Sims character type vibe. Like, just create a certain person, give them a name, give them a certain style, or shoot, give them that type of vibe that they ain't got no specific style. They just put that shit on, they do their thing. But create that type of person for yourself, because we grew up, I'm saying we, like, we know each other about shit. We basically know each other. What's up, y'all? But a lot of us grew up in situations and environments that had a lot of criticism in it, a lot of bringing us down and watering ourselves down, where it's hard to be our natural self. So it's like easier to use a type of character, type of mask, but it's not a mask in a way that's like detrimental to yourself. It's a mask that's helping you build your character, build your confidence, and create that self-esteem that you always yearned for. You know, so build that alter ego and use that to live through that alter ego. Plus, it's always nice to keep a piece of yourself to yourself. So you can be outside. When you outside, you might be Betty Boop, right? But in the house, you're Shanice. Like, that differentiating right there, that creates such a, like, you can talk shit about Betty Boop, but you don't really know Shanice. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Talk shit about Betty Boop, because Betty Boop knows shit is shit. Betty Boop was created out of love and out of confidence. So whatever you say is really rolling off of her shoulders. You're not crushing her. And then also, you're not even getting close to Shanice, because you're talking to this persona that I'm giving you. And it kind of sounds like a little, it sound a little crazy, like a little, not crazy, it sounds like a little delusional, like a little fun game, but like, you should really make life fun as much as possible. It's too much fuck shit that we go through day to day in life to make this shit harder than what it need to be. So create that alter ego and live life through them until you're comfortable enough to live as Shanice. Or if you still want to keep Shanice quiet in the cut and only for select few people that you truly trust and truly love and cherish, keep that for yourself as well. Okay? All right. Now, bonus tip number 2. Have a well-balanced musical diet. Stop just listening to all that sexy red, all the rap and stuff, all that. Like, no shade. I love me some Get It Sexy. Don't get me twisted. I'm going to get it. However, it should never be that embedded in your brain, because music frequency is very real. And also, the stuff that seeps into your subconscious will eventually be your way of living. And that's why a lot of these boys be thinking that they something that they not, because they listen to too much drill rap or those Atlanta rappers, and they think that they're them. They living vicariously through them, kind of like an alter ego, that type of thing. But you should really understand, like, the music is the music, and that shit can infiltrate your brain and get you thinking that you are something that you're not. So have a well-balanced diet. Also, throw in that jazz, throw in the instrumentals, throw in the healing sounds. Have a little Cleo Soul and India re-up in there. Like, have some music that's also going to pour into you as well. You can have a turn up, but have more of the instrumentals, the healing sounds and stuff. Have more of the music that's giving you hope and helping you out. Have a gospel playlist regardless of if you are a religious person or not. I'm not religious at all, but Yolanda Adams, oh, I'm going to sing her. I'm going to sing her down. Tamala Man, I'm going to sing her down. Marvin Sapp, baby, I'm singing down. Because it's just a feel-good sound. It's just a feel-good music, and it's a pick-me-up music. Regardless if I need to pick me up in that moment or not, it is always good to just keep that type of music in rotation. You shouldn't just be listening to a whole bunch of rah-rah shit and then overlooking that slow vibe. Like, feel it. And then also, look up those new artists. Like I said, Cleo Soul, she's a new artist. And I feel like once I discovered her, I was just like, damn, like, I got another girl I can add to my Janae and India replay list. Like, because Magic Hour by Janae, Speak by Janae, that type of music, that is always something good to listen to first thing in the morning. Because it's telling you, well, Magic Hour, the words in it, it's like, you're the miracle, waiting for the miracle. Like, when you wake up hearing stuff like that, or you wake up hearing speak your heart, speak your soul, speak from your gut, all of that, when you hear that type of stuff on a wake up, instead of, sassy, do your dance, like, it's a different type of feeling that you have when you start your day. So always make sure your musical diet is well balanced. And I honestly suggest rap, pop, all that, but keep the raunchy, like, and the explicit type of music, keep that to a minimum. Explore more music, okay? And bonus tip number 3. Your guardian's narrative of you is not law until you make it. I'm talking about those projections that were thrown at you when you were a kid because some adults in your family had their upbringing in the way they had it. It was more so a lot of criticism, not too much love, and they just continued those traditional patterns. You gotta really understand you are in control of your life. What they said about you is not law until you make it. I used to hear that all the time as a kid, so now I guess that's what it is. You making that what it is. Just because you heard it as a kid all the time doesn't mean that is what it is. I heard all the time as a kid, I'm so extra, I do too much. And at first, I believed it. But then I had to realize, no. I'm not extra. I don't do too much. I'm just me. I just express myself on an extravagant level. That's just me. And I don't do too much. I'm too much for you to handle. You can't handle me. Say that instead of trying to belittle me, especially as adults doing that. That's so weird to me. Adults belittling kids is just so ugly to me. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you telling me, a 6-year-old kid who's full of life, oh, you do too much, you so extra, calm down? Okay. So then when I grow up and I don't have no confidence, how you gonna yell at me about not having confidence when you killed my shit at a young age? So those names or situations replaying in your head have to be let go. You gotta let all that shit go because that does not define you. You gotta create your own identity and everything else can kiss your ass, like literally. All of the other bullshit that people try to project onto you, send that right back to the sender or alchemize that energy. Oh, bitch, you said I was doing too much growing up. Let me do the most now. Let me actually really show up how I really could. Because I was watering it down. I was just testing the waters. I was trying to test the temperature out here. And it wasn't giving that back then, but I ain't had the strength I have today. Oh, I'm showing up, showing out. I don't give a fuck who feel anyway. Feel how you feel. Because how you feel ain't going to affect me. So those narratives that was pushed on you, they are not law until you make it. And don't make it law. Shake it off. Because the loving ain't the same. And they keep on playing games like you hit something. All right. Just shake that shit off, though. Don't let that get to you. Keep your head above water at all times. Especially when it comes to those thoughts that those people say. Because I know those thoughts are very strong. I know those thoughts have a lot of effect on us. I know they have a lot of effect on us. It's just, you gotta honestly step back and be like, I'm ready to take control of my life. And I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to make my life what I want it to be. You not in control over here. You not, and you not. And any of y'all got a problem with it, kiss my ass. Flat out. Now it's time for the 5-star of the week. Queen B Unique. It's only elevation. Never heard of a peak. 5-star of the week. It's about a technique. All in the mystique. We don't hear you pip squeaks. And this week's 5-star of the week is Rakis Bowman. Let me tell you something. I was obsessed with this boy since high school. We the same age too. And it was just something about the fact that he was just living life at a young age, modeling in New York City, just living, it seemed young, wild, and free. And I just was like, damn, I'm stuck in Baltimore, just looking at the basic shit. And, I was just down in my life and just compare myself to everybody, just taken away from the abundance that was around me. However, he definitely was doing his shit since I was in high school. Well, since we were in high school. But he's a very pretty man. I love how stylish he is. He's a successful model. He's in all the ads. He also is a Leo. I love a Leo. Big Leo. I love a Leo. And he's been known for a minute. I love somebody who can carry longevity as a socialite. A social media, like an Aaliyah J or like an India Love. I love how they just known. You know who they are. And for y'all who don't know who Raquise Bowen is, y'all probably seen his face though. Y'all definitely seen his face. And the number one thing I also like about him is his level of privacy. The privacy he carries, like you don't know what's going on with that man. And the light is just messing me up right now. But that man, he lives a private life. He lets you know what he wants, and that's it. You only gonna know what he wants you to know. And I just respect that. And that's the 5-star of the week. Raquise Bowen, shout out to him. And now, let's get into these song playlist recommendations. So, song number 1, Jhené Aiko, All Good. Song number 2, Drake, Sooner Than Later. Song number 3, Miguel, Sure Thing. Song number 4, Rihanna, Love Song. And then song number 5, Future, Rich Sex. And now that concludes episode 7 of the 5-Star Coach. I hope y'all take the advice to live a 5-star life. As always, thank you for tuning in. I love y'all for all the support. I'm so grateful for the 30 subscribers I have. Voice cracking, not sexy. But I'm so thankful for that. Like, I celebrate every journey, every milestone. It is always something to celebrate with me, and I hope that rubs off on y'all to celebrate everything that happens to y'all. No matter how small you try to make it, just know it's big. So, yes, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll be here next Friday, back at y'all with another episode. And until then, bye, y'all. Y'all stay fly and pretty.